water flowing there today. Okay guys, while we're here we'll have a quick look at the bike. So what we got here is a 125cc CT Honda Hunter, the new 2020 model. So they retail in Australia for $7,800. They put out roughly 9 horsepower. They've got a 5.3 litre fuel tank, about 6 inches or 150mm ground clearance. They run on 17-inch. Guy down there parked near his house, just wondering what's going on up here. Yeah, so they go on. They run on 17-inch, 70 by 19 17-inch wheels, front and rear. They got partly off-road tyres, like so. You can see the tread pattern on the tyres. They come stock with LED headlight, tail lights, indicators. As far as that goes, a little bit of a sump guard there. You've got a 4-speed transmission, so you've got neutral at the bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4 all up. You've got front and rear disc brakes with ABS on the front wheel, and just standard braking on the back. You've got this huge big rear rack on the back of the bike, which is good, and you've got the high flow exhaust, and you've also got the high flow air filter, so if you want to go through a bit of water, you're probably around about, I don't know, 15 to 20 inches off the ground in that area, so that should get you through a bit. In the Australian version it comes standard with rear foot pegs, but you don't get a rear seat. I've got a rear seat on order, so I will have a rear seat in case the wife wants to get on, go for a bit of a burn. Apart from that, well, it's fairly simple. You've got the electric start, you've got the kick start, you've got a side stand plus a centre stand. One good thing about this particular bike, it only weighs in at 120 kilos, so it's a lightweight. And for example, if I come up to the bike now, push her off the side stand, pull down the centre stand, swing her back, how easy is that bike there to put up on the centre stand? No effort whatsoever. It's hard to believe when you come down from a 200 kilo bike to 120 kilo how easy they are to move about. But apart from that, I'm enjoying the experience riding one of these little bikes. They do sell a postie bike, what they class as a postie bike, new in Australia, but it's only available to Australia Post contractors, and they're around about $5,300, but the run-of-the-mill buyer can't get hold of one of those because, as far as I know, they'll only sell them to a contractor. But these ones here are in a bit hard to get at the moment. They're coming into Australia now in the official Honda red colour plus this brown. I don't mind the look of the brown, so I was lucky to get hold of the brown one, and it's something different. So as far as instrumentation goes, you've just got, hopefully we'll see it on the thingy, we've got a fuel gauge up the top, we've got the digital speedo. Down further down it, we've just got the odometer, trip A and B. We've got ABS on the left hand side, the light will go out once you hit 10 kilometres an hour. You got your high and low beam light, indicator light, and your check engine light, or the fuel injection system, and your neutral indicator. So apart from that, it's all pretty simple as far as that goes, and you'll be able to sort of get out and move around on one of these. These have also got a sump guard on them too, so that'll come in handy when you're doing a bit of bush bashing, which I've had mine out in the bush a few times, or in the scrub. So overall, I think it's a fairly neat little bike. Probably a tad over expensive, but you know, if you want one, you really got to pay the price, and there's no choice here to want one or you don't. It's even got a little toolkit here at the side, up in under the rear rack, so that part's good too. So there's everything there you want. One thing I will say about the bike, it's very well put together. The fit and finish is perfect, so I think it's pretty good for the price. So you know, you're not paying a fair bit of money for one of these and the fit and finish is a bit crappy. Like the overall fit and finish is what I think is, you know, really well. So it's top quality, I think, as far as that goes. Not sure what it's going like on gas yet, but the brakes appear good on the bike, and it's a nice little handler on the dirt. Like, this is really rough sort of dirt road when you come around what I've been riding on here lately. And I've got a clip coming out where I've been out into some really rough country with it. So once again, if you sort of want to see more on this bike, you know, think about subscribing to the channel, and you'll see where I ride it out on some of the areas what I've got planned and that. And I think I should have some good material coming out on it that should keep you interested. So that's about all I could say. And look up Adventure Rider and then go to the CT125 Honda forum on Adventure Rider, and you'll meet a great bunch of blokes there, and I think you'll be very happy joining up with that forum, and it'll be a great place to be once you get hold of one of these bikes, or even if you haven't got one of these bikes, a good place to hang out. So there's quite a few people active on that forum, so it's well worth your trouble calling in, taking a look, and you'll probably decide you'll probably stay there. So that's what happened to me. I just bumped into it and thought it was a pretty good place, and I've been there, you know, ever since I bought the bike. So as far as that goes, that's about all I can tell you about the bike at this stage, because it's only done about 70 kilometres, and I hope to get out, run it into a few places. I've got half a dozen different rides lined up over the next week or so to take this bike out on, so we'll see how it performs in all those areas. And at this stage, it's a pleasure of a little bike to ride, and I enjoy being on a 120 kilo bike compared to a 200 kilo bike, and I think the experience is good, except being on this road where there was no cars earlier on when I was on it for 5 minutes, and now they just keep coming back all the time. I'll get back home, see if I can put some material together on this bike to get up there. Like I said, it's a bit on the dirty side now, but I did buy this bike to ride, not to look at. And hopefully I'll just clip up a picture here on this corner. It's always good to get a happy snap when you're out on a run. Can't go wrong there. I notice everywhere I go, in the background there's always the old Australian magpie going away, belting away there. We might get one there. Swing out this way and fire it over here in the paddock. Nice gate as a backdrop. Better get that. Somebody's dropped a straw here. You always have to look on the ground, see what's one thing, any rubbish on the ground, and number two, no snakes hanging around. So down that way is not bad. Swing her up a bit higher and see if I can pick up the reservoir. Well, anyway, that's about it. Thanks for calling in, taking a look. I'll head off home. Looks like there's a few rabbits around here too, because I can see, look where they've been digging. They've been very active. This place out here was always a bad area for snakes, so you always have to be careful now. It's just into spring now, we've had a few warm days, and they will be active, so you always have to be careful when you're walking around. So main thing is we'll head off. Look at that, somebody left a needle there on the ground too, see, just over here with this red cap. Fairly disgusting, at least they left a cap on it I suppose, but fairly disgusting when you see things like that. Anyway, proves it doesn't matter where you are, you've got to be careful. Anyway, I'll head home now. Once again, thanks for calling in, taking a look, and if you think about it, you want to, please subscribe to the channel. It's easy to push off that centre stand. Overall, we'll kick her over, watch how easy it starts. So we get it feed through. Look at that, straight away, good. Okay, we'll head down this road and carry on. think overall it's a pleasure to get on a little bike again and ride around where you can have a little bit of fun.